हाय पेरेंट्स एंड स्टूडेंट्स। ये पूरा लॉकडाउन बीता और इस लॉकडाउन में मुझे लगा कि बच्चे स्कूल नहीं जा रहे हैं और स्कूल नहीं जाने की वजह से वो ट्यूशन्स लेते हैं, बट ट्यूशन में भी एक बार ही पढ़ते हैं और स्कूल में ना पढ़ने की वजह से उनका कोई रिवीजन नहीं होता। तो मुझे लगा कि बच्चों को पढ़ने के लिए, बार बार पढ़ने के लिए, कॉन्सेप्ट्स को बार बार देखने के लिए एक कॉन्सेप्ट से रिलेटेड वीडियोज़ होने चाहिए। मेरे खुद के भी बच्चे स्कूल नहीं गए, तो मैंने सोचा क्यों ना मैं उन्हीं को पढ़ाऊँ और आपकी भी मदद करूँ। तो मेरे बच्चों के साथ साथ आप भी इसमें पढ़ सकते हैं। तो आज मैंने क्लास 7th का सबसे डिफ़िकल्ट टॉपिक कॉन्ग्रुएंट ट्रायंगल वो लिया है, ताकि मैं आपको मैथ्स के ज्योमेट्री का जो बेसिक्स है वहाँ से शुरुआत करूँ और आपको समझा सकूँ कि कैसे आपने चीज़ों को देखना है। इसमें ज्योमेट्रिकल पोर्शन में आपकी बिगनिंग अच्छी होगी तो आगे की ज्योमेट्री की में आपको प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं आएंगी, क्योंकि कॉन्ग्रुएंट ट्रायंगल का बेसिकली यूज़ जो है वो क्लास 7 से शुरू होता है और टिल क्लास 10 तक तो ये चैप्टर्स में ही है। और सीबीएसई में भी है, आईजीसीएसई में भी है, आईसीएसई में भी है। तो आप लोगों को खुद समझना है एज अ स्टूडेंट, और पेरेंट्स इस वीडियो को देख के अपने बच्चों को समझा सकते हैं कि कॉन्ग्रुएंट ट्रायंगल में उनको टॉपिक्स को कैसे अंडरस्टैंड करना है। तो कॉन्ग्रुएंट ट्रायंगल में दो शब्द हैं, एक है कॉन्ग्रुएंट एंड द अनदर वर्ड इज ट्रायंगल। सो यू हैव टू लर्न फ्रॉम ट्रायंगल्स। सो व्हाट इज ट्रायंगल? तो ट्रायंगल में आपको ये ध्यान देना है कि ट्रायंगल में 3 साइड्स होती हैं और 3 वर्टेक्सेस होते हैं। जैसे ये ए बी सी एक ट्रायंगल है, पी क्यू आर एक ट्रायंगल है। तो इसकी 3 साइड्स हैं। तो आपको इसकी साइड्स लिखनी है। जो फर्स्ट लाइन सेगमेंट से बनी है ए बी, दूसरी लाइन सेगमेंट से जो बनी है वो बी सी, और तीसरी लाइन सेगमेंट से जो बनी है दैट इज ए सी। अब इसके अंदर 3 वर्टेक्सेस हैं, यानी ये the points where 2 lines join together or they meet, that is called vertex, where the angle can be measured, that is vertex. So there are 3 vertexes, one is A, another is B, and third is C. So we have 3 sides and 3 vertexes. In another triangle we have 3 sides called PQ, QR and PR. All these 3 are line segments. So we mark this line above all 3 sides to make sure that these are line segments, because line segments has fixed in length. So we mark it like that. So PQ is one side, QR is another side, and PR is another side. In this triangle, AB is one side, BC is another, and AC similar, that is another side. And here we have 3 vertices. One is P, Q and R. So P, Q and R are 3 vertices where lines meets. So what is congruence? What is congruence? Congruence means exactly same. Exactly same. Why I'm saying exactly same? Because we learn in class 6 that is similar triangles. And now we are studying congruent triangle. What is the difference between similar and congruent? So you have to understand, similar means a figure, one is small and one is big. In these two figures, you find out the measurement of all 3 angles are equal. Suppose this angle is equal to this angle is equal to this angle, and this angle is equal to this third one. they are in proportion. For example, if this side is 2 centimeter, this is 4 centimeters, this is 3 centimeter, this is 6 centimeter. Similarly, this is 5 centimeter, this is 10 centimeter. So they are in proportion, they are just double. 2 ka double 4, 3 ka double 6, 5 ka double 10. So it is called similar triangle. Here measurement of angles are in same, but the length of sides are in proportion. But what is in congruent triangle? Congruent triangle means exactly same. Exactly same means, for example, ABC is one triangle and another is PQR. So here the length of AB and PQ means corresponding side. Length of corresponding sides are equal. If AB is 3 centimeter, this is also 3 centimeter. If this is 3.5 centimeter, then this is also 3.5 centimeter. And if this is 4 centimeter, then this is also 4 centimeter. Means exactly same. So in all triangles, we have 3 sides and 3 vertices. Total we have 6 elements. 3 sides, for example AB, BC and AC, and 3 angles A, B, C. So totally we have 6 elements in one triangle. So what is congruent? Congruent means we use only 3 elements of one triangle, compare it with the another 3 element of corresponding elements of another triangle. If they are exactly same, then they are congruent. What it means? It means that suppose the length of AB is equals to PQ, length of BC is equals to QR, and length of AC is equal to PR. Then we say that this triangle is congruent to this triangle. And what happened to that? If we say this triangle is congruent to this triangle, it means then once we proved that one triangle is congruent to another triangle with the help of 3 elements, then other 3 elements are, or other 3 corresponding elements are exactly same. For example, if these 3 sides are equal to these 3 sides, corresponding sides of these triangle ABC and PQR. In these two triangles, if corresponding sides are equal, then the measurement of angle A must be equal to P, B must be equal to Q, and C must be equal to R. So now I explain you what are the 3 principles. 4 principles, sorry, in CBSE, and in IGCSE we learn 5 principles of congruent triangle. Sometime in CBSE, so many school also taught 4 principles and some taught 5 principles. What are the principles? For example, SSS means side, side and side. Means if triangle A, B, C and P, Q, R. If this is 3 centimeter, this is 3 centimeter and this is 5 centimeter. Okay, we take 3.5 centimeter to make it 80. And if this is 3 centimeter, this is 3.5 centimeter and this is 5 centimeter. So, side, side, side creation. The first theorem of congruent triangle. So what is in this? Side AB is equals to PQ, side BC is equals to QR, and side AC is equals to PR. See, this side is equal to this side. Means one corresponding side is equals to another corresponding side. This is equal to this and AC is equals to PR. So we have 3 elements, 1, 2 and 3. If these 3 elements are equal, then it shows that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. So we write congruent. What congruent symbol is? equals to, and then this side. This is called congruent. And what is similar? In similar, we write this one, not equal sign between them. So that is the difference what you learned in class 6. So here in class 7 of CBSE and class 6 of IGCSE, you are learning congruent triangle. So in congruent triangle, the first theorem is triple S, side, side, side. It means AB, side AB is congruent to, equals to PQ, BC is equals to QR, and AC is equals to PR. So we write it like AB equals to PQ, BC equals to QR, AC equals to PR. For this, then when after writing this, we write down triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by SSS. Means the first theorem. This is theorem number 1. So what happened once we prove the triangle congruent? Then it means that the measurement of angle A is equals to P, B is equals to Q, and C is equals to R. For symbol, we use it like this. 1 dash means A, P, B double dash means B, Q, and C. It means that what is the, after getting this, we write down angle A is equal to angle P, and we write it CPCT. What CPCT means? CPCT full form is corresponding part of congruent triangles are equal. So once we prove the triangle congruent, in class 9th and 10th, you have to, most of the time you have to use CPCT to prove your theorem. So once you learn first how to make the triangles congruent, after getting the triangles congruent, you have to use CPCT to prove another 3 elements equal. First 3 element what is given to us is AB is equals to PQ, BC is equals to QR, AC is equals to PR. These 3 elements are given to us. But with the help of CPCT, we find out A is equals to P, angle B equals to Q, and angle C equals to angle R. So with the help of CPCT, we get this. So by this way, the first theorem is proved. Now I explain you the next theorem. And what is that? We just remove this side and take an angle between them. What it means? SAS, side, angle, side. And this becomes theorem number 2. So in this, what we do? You have to take an angle between 2 sides. For example, if I am taking, the given is angle, we rub this also, and this side also, and here also we rub the corresponding sides, measurement of corresponding side and corresponding angles. And in this triangle, now see these 2 triangles here and one of this. Instead of taking the side, what we are taking? Side AB is equals to PQ. So we write it like this. And the angle between AB and BC is angle B. And here similarly, the angle between PQ and QR is angle Q. So we write down angle B is equals to angle Q. This is our second element which is given to us in this triangle. And in the previous triangle, in triple S, 3 sides are given. In the second principle, they gave us 2 sides and 1 angle. But you have to always remember what? The angle must be between the 2 given sides. You can't take this angle or this angle or this angle or this angle, because they are not in between the given side. The angle must be given to given to us is between the two sides. Suppose these two sides are given, then this angle is equal. This, then this angle is equal. If this and this, then this angle is equal. Right? So you have to remember that the angle must be in between the two sides. Right? So here the principle is, here we have to improve this also, because this is not the side which make this angle in between. So BC is equals to QR. So this is the third element. Due to that, we says that this triangle is now congruent to this triangle by SAS. Why? AB is equals to PQ, point number 1. Angle B is equals to angle Q, point number 2. And BC is equals to QR, point number 3. So three elements are now equal. For proving a triangle equal, you must write down the sides equal and the corresponding angles equal. So this angle is equal to this angle, this side is equal to this side, this angle equals to this angle, and this side is equals to this side. So these three elements are there. So after getting these three elements equal, we write down this triangle is congruent to this triangle, ABC is congruent to PQR, and by the help of this, what we get from CPCT, we get angle A is equal to angle P by CPCT, because they are not given to us. Now the triangle is proved to be proven AB by SAS, and now B is equal to C, that is given to us in this triangle. So what else we get it from? What is not given to us? That is side AC is equals to PR, this by CPCT, and one more angle, that is angle C, this one, and angle R, this one. These two become also equal. So by proving, if they give us three element of these two triangles equal, with the help of that, by SS creation, we proved these two triangles are congruent, and after proving the triangle congruent, we get these three elements are equal by CPCT. So students and parents, today I explain you the basics of congruent triangle and the two theorems, that is theorem number 1, theorem number 2, and rest two theorem RHS and ASA I proved in my next video, so you can learn it from there. So two theorem are max for one day. Every day I upload videos while teaching my daughter or my son. They also learn from this. You also learn from this while seeing video again and again. If there are some queries, you can call me my number. I explain you again. So you can write it in comment box also ki what is the difficult concept. You can learn concept very good. So because she understand, it means you can also understand. So what do you have to do? You write me whether you understand it not, or any improvement you need. So just for today, okay, bye, see you.